This year marks the 23rd anniversary of Our Kids Soup Sunday, a great fundraiser where Nashville's favorite chefs compete with their best soup recipes, and we get to sample them all. The winner of the Most Creative Soup Award at last year's Soup Sunday has created another great recipe. Chef Thomas Cook is here from Trattoria Il Molino with grilled chicken Florentine soup. Am I close on the name there?
Yeah, you had it perfect. Spot on.
All right, good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is always a great event, I understand.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about the event in a second, but go ahead and get us started with this
you got
recipe.
it. All right, well, this is a fairly simple soup, but one of the most popular that we do for a soup of the day at the restaurant. So we start with a little whole butter. And what we'll do is saute a little bit of white onion or yellow onion, whatever you happen to have there. So we'll start that off, turn up the heat to about medium plus, start sauteing these onions, get them nice and translucent. Then we add a little fresh garlic in there.
Okay.
And let that.
And part of the process, you're starting off by creating a roux, right?
Absolutely. So in addition to getting the flavor out of the onions and garlic, we're going to add some flour here and make a little roux in the pan there as well. So,
Super.
So the next step is we'll add the flour. We've got the onions sauteing here. We can turn up the heat just a little bit. What we'll do is add the flour, and in the pan we'll make a little roux. Whisk this together real good so we don't have any lumps in the soup.
Okay. Now, in real cooking time, this would take it how long to get to where you really wanted it?
You know, really about 5 minutes. I mean, otherwise, you know, you just want to get the onions and garlic sauteing a little bit. So I've sped it up just a little bit, but but it's a quick soup to make regardless.
Smells good, doesn't it?
It is a great one. And then so once we've got the roux in the pan, we've got a chicken stock. You can use a chicken broth or even a chicken bouillon cubes if you prefer. At home, it's a little easier to get. At the restaurant, we make our own homemade chicken stock out of all the chicken carcasses that we use in the restaurant. So what you're doing, when you add the liquid here, it's important that you whisk constantly just to get all the lumps out of it. Make sure that flour gets incorporated real well. And this is about a quart of chicken stock. We'll let that cook there and come up to a boil. And then from here, this will start to thicken up with the roux. And then we'll finish off with a little heavy whipping cream.
So is this one that does well on your menu?
This one does. Everyone loves this soup. It's so simple, but it really is one of the best ones. So then we've got marinated artichoke hearts that are cooked and marinated a little vinaigrette and then chopped up. So we'll add those in there.
And as you put those in there, tell me about the big event coming up. You were the Most Creative Soup winner last year.
I was.
You've been a part of this process now 10 years?
We've been in it 10 years, and yeah, it's one of the best events. I mean, it's for a good cause. It's for abused children, for the Our Kids Foundation, and 50 restaurants come out, showcase their best restaurant, their best soup that they have, and showcase what they can do, and it's just a fun event.
Fantastic. We'll talk about the information on that in a minute, but go ahead and put in the final ingredients.
Okay,
on
we'll
this.
finish this with a little fresh Parmesan cheese, sun-dried tomatoes. And then at the very end, what you can do, this is grilled chicken that we use in the restaurant. At home, you could take one of the roasted chickens and cut it up, just chop it up if you have leftover chicken from the night before. It's a great thing to add to the soup.
Fantastic. So as he's putting that in there, we'll show you what the final product looks like. That is recipe number 5488. The event benefits the good work being done for the children and families by Our Kids Center. It is February 28th from 11 to 2 at Nissan Stadium. Soup Sunday usually sells out, so get your tickets early. There is a link on our website at newschannel5.com.